guys, Greg Medford from Medford Knife. Giving a shout out to knifeblog.com here in Europe at IWA 2016. What's up, Europe? Hey, listen, I don't get all the rules, but I made some knife for all you crazy guys that are knife nuts living in the land of you're not allowed to have knives, so check it out. Come on, zoom in, let's take a look at some of the knives. So, I brought a couple versions, new versions of the Marauder, the Burung, the Infraction, and we wanted to show you guys, leave a plug for you here, wanted to show you guys the Bonfire also. So, kind of some opposite ends of the opposite extremes. My biggest and smallest knife, the Marauder, is actually a scaled down version of the full-size knife. So if you remember the original, that would be here. And I did these in drop points. They're scaled down, the exact same thing. The only thing that's different, a little bit thinner blade on the mid-size knife, and you can see how it fits my hand. It's kind of a great, you know, there's a new term we're using in the States called like pocket-friendly everyday carry. Yeah. Because, you know, a Praetorian tie is an awesome knife, but it takes your whole pocket up. So I love the knife, and this is my baby. I'll always love this. But a knife this size you can put in your pocket, or a knife this size, you know, I'm actually carrying an Infraction today. And you can still put your hand in your pocket, have your keys in there, maybe your cell phone. This is the MIDI Marauder, and this is that's MIDI, M-I-D-I, and then this is the dress Marauder. And this is meant to be if you're wearing linen pants or wool dress slacks, and you have a good horizontal pocket. The clip drops in very nicely in the production version of it. This is a prototype clip, but it looks exactly the same. It's just got a little less relief on it here. So this knife won't pull and tear on your pants, and it doesn't pull down and sag your pants. So I just think it's a really nice kind of gentleman's carry. So that's the Marauder. The next knife, I could say, kind of in a similar vein, is this Infraction. It's a really nice knife that's got a lot of kind of sexy lines to it, a lot of milling and relief to it. And I've done, like, from an aircraft spar here, this I-beam section called the lightning hole area, this lightning of the blade, the lightning of the handle, the relief everywhere, and then all of my 2016 pocket clips are style clips. They're not, you know, my traditional, this clip you've been seeing from me for years, that clip's going away completely. Okay. So every knife in 2016 has its own style clip. Okay. So we're trying to do a little more of a kind of personal custom flair to each knife. And so this knife's no different. Anyways, carbon fiber on one side. This is the way the knife comes, one way. Tumbled blade, tumbled titanium solid, 3/16 side. Would you tell me 3/16 in millimeters so I can spat that out? And it's just a lovely knife. Now, some guys flip it from the back shoulder. I don't. It's not really a flipper, but it works like one. But you can catch your finger there. It's not too nice. But it's really a thumb open knife. And you know, I'm always a two-hand knife guy, so that's the way I use it.
You're a two-hand knife guy?
Always.
Okay.
Yeah. 4.76 millimeters, so these are 4.7s, 4 3/4 millimeters, 4 3/4 millimeter thick blade. So just a really nice, very friendly. I mean, you had it in your hand. What are your thoughts, pocket-wise?
Das ist also ein Knife, das ist a perfect everyday carry. Ideales Messer für jeden Tag mitzunehmen. Unzerstörbar. Kann alles, macht alles und passt in jede Tasche zu jeder Gelegenheit. Perfektes Messer für jeden Tag mitzunehmen, klassischer Everyday Carry. Perfect knife.
The only thing that's different, and you know, I know that you very detail-oriented Germans are going to pick up on this, but the relief in the production knife I put on the inside. So we do a lot of our knives with the relief on the outside, but because of the scaled down clip, it causes some interference. So on the normal version, so if you order one of these knives, the first 10 were made like this, and all the rest after that, the relief's on the inside. So that's a little different. Also, you'll see the American version of the knife lightning area, there's a hole right here for your thumb. So right there, this has been extended just a little tiny bit. You wouldn't even notice it. And there's a hole here, which is, it's great, but this is a little more simple, which I like. The fourth knife to show you today is the Burung, which in Indonesian means bird. The reason I called this thing the Burung is, as you get your hands on it, it's kind of got like a skeleton and a backbone to it, and then it has all this little stuff coming off of it, and the knife's really light. So I love it for how light it is, just like a bird. You know, the first time you pick up a bird, you're surprised how light it is. And then I made this, you know, I was trying to come up with a beautiful design and a really practical knife. So if you look at the exterior lines of it, you know, without all the distractions, it's got classical karambit. I do oversized holes because, you know, Westerners have got bigger hands than in Malaysia. I like, yeah, or with gloves on, absolutely. So I like it with a bigger pivoting hole, and then I wanted to do the back strap kind of as the spine of the whole thing, so it gets its strength really from the back strap. So you'll see the spring here. This is the first time I've done a split spring side. The spring gets its strength because it's mechanically notched into here. So it's not held on by the screws. It's notched in, the screws just hold it together. So that, because, you know, there's a lot of energy right in here during the compression of the blade. And then I wanted to make the knife as light as possible, so we do carbon fiber with lightning strike on the rest of it. The clip is reversible. You can see these recessed thin head nuts that are under here as well. And like I was telling you, the only difference is these screws are cap heads, and they'll be dome head screws on the, or, you know, this is number one. It's the first prototype. So that way you can carry it, you know, if you want, you can carry it back pocket for somebody that wants to carry it that way, and then you can carry it forward pocket if you flip the clip around. Carry it here with the clip on the outside, and that would probably be the more traditional way of deploying the knife. So anyways, that's the Burung. It's got a lot of cool sexy to it. Hope you like it. And then let me show you our bonfire. So the bonfire, this is just trying to bring together some of the best things that I've seen from kind of culinary hand shape, tactical hand shape, forward choil, and then some classical blade design. What's a little different about this, you'll see this is the only time in my company we do this. We go from 0.8 inches down to 0.6 inches, and it leaves the tip with a bigger triangle, a steeper triangle, so you just get a stronger tip, and it gives you that still classic line of just a hollow ground knife. But these are all freehand ground. And this has got great size, and the way it can pivot in your hand around the front choil, even if you choke up on the knife, I think it's got great weight for field craft and chopping. I see guys wanting to chop with pocket knives, and it makes me cringe. This is a knife for chopping and doing real field craft work. I would have carried that when I was in the Marine Corps. It might have been a bit big, but this would have been a really useful knife. I would have carried it. Great for camping too. Obviously we put a lanyard hole on this, you know, for guys to get their hand in the lanyard and have good retention while they're chopping. So that's some of the new stuff we brought here to IWA.